The entertainment world was thrown into absolute frenzy yesterday, when what was initially thought to be just V's solo arrival at El Paso International Airport turned out to be a coordinated arrival of multiple BTS members traveling on two different private aircraft, with the second jet landing approximately 20 minutes after V's plane and carrying additional members whose identities have been confirmed through fan footage and airport sources as including several of V's bandmates, creating an unprecedented situation where a significant portion of one of the world's biggest musical acts descended on a mid-sized Texas border city for reasons that remain mysterious, but that clearly involve something major enough to warrant private jet travel, and the personal involvement of Jimmy Fallon, who was photographed and filmed enthusiastically greeting the members as they disembarked. The fact that Jimmy Fallon, whose Tonight Show is based in New York, flew to El Paso to personally meet BTS members at the airport rather than having them come to him in New York has convinced observers that whatever is happening in El Paso is something extraordinary and unprecedented that required the members' presence in that specific location, rather than being standard promotional appearance that could occur anywhere. Why would Jimmy Fallon personally greet BTS members at a Texas airport, rather than simply having them appear on his show through normal booking channels? And what does his presence at what appears to be the beginning of some kind of secret project suggest about the scale and importance of whatever is being planned? According to various sources attempting to piece together the mystery, the El Paso gathering appears to be related to a major collaborative project that requires specific locations or facilities available in the El Paso area, with speculation ranging from a special episode of The Tonight Show being filmed in an unconventional location, to a completely separate entertainment project that involves both BTS and Jimmy Fallon in capacities beyond his typical talk show host role. The level of secrecy surrounding the project, combined with the extraordinary logistics of coordinating multiple private jet arrivals and managing what turned into a chaotic fan situation, suggests something with significant budget and ambition that the involved parties wanted to keep under wraps until they were ready for official announcement. Jimmy Fallon's visible excitement and the warmth of his greetings to the arriving members, captured in footage that shows him hugging several of them and appearing genuinely thrilled to be part of whatever is happening, indicates this is a personal passion project for him rather than just another celebrity booking. The detail that has fans absolutely losing their minds with speculation and excitement is that in footage captured from a distance, Jimmy Fallon and the BTS members are visible having what appears to be an animated discussion while gesturing towards something in the distance beyond the airport, with all of them then boarding vehicles together that headed in a direction away from El Paso's downtown area toward what locals have identified as the direction of the desert regions and film production facilities outside the city, strongly suggesting that whatever project has brought them all together involves filming or production in remote locations. The mystery of what could require BTS, Jimmy Fallon, desert locations, and such elaborate secrecy has spawned countless theories ranging from a music video or documentary to a comedy special to some kind of adventure or challenge show, with fans scouring satellite imagery and local business permits trying to identify what facilities or locations might have been reserved for production use during the time frame of the members' visit. The fact that no official announcement or explanation has been provided despite the very public airport arrivals has only intensified curiosity and speculation about what is being planned, and when the public will learn the full details. The two private jets that brought BTS members to El Paso apparently departed from different locations, suggesting the members had been in different cities prior to converging for this project, with V's jet originating from California while the second aircraft reportedly came from a different departure point that sources have variously identified as being in either New York area or somewhere in the Midwest. The coordinated timing that brought both jets to El Paso within a short window suggests careful logistical planning to ensure all necessary participants arrive together, and could immediately begin whatever activities or production work required their collective presence. The decision to use two separate aircraft rather than having all members travel together may reflect scheduling constraints that required them to depart from different locations, or may represent security and safety practice of not having all members on the same flight. The specific BTS members who arrived on the second jet have been identified through various fan accounts and leaked information as including several of V's bandmates, though the exact roster and whether all 7 members are ultimately present in El Paso remains subject to some uncertainty and conflicting reports. The fact that multiple members made the journey suggests this is a group project rather than solo activity for V, though whether it involves the full group or just a subset of members participating in something specific to their interests or roles within BTS remains unclear. The presence of multiple members also helps explain the overwhelming fan response and the chaos at the airport, as devotees of different members converged hoping to catch glimpses of their favorites. Jimmy Fallon's personal appearance at the El Paso airport to greet the arriving BTS members represents a remarkable gesture that goes well beyond typical celebrity-host interactions, with Fallon apparently choosing to invest his own time in traveling to meet them, rather than simply waiting for them to come to him, or to whatever production location is being used. The footage of his greetings shows genuine warmth and excitement that appears to transcend professional courtesy into real friendship and enthusiasm for whatever collaborative project has brought them together. His history of positive interactions with BTS during their previous Tonight Show appearances and his public expressions of admiration for the group have been well documented, but his willingness to personally fly to Texas to meet them at the airport demonstrates a level of commitment and personal investment that suggests this project means something significant to him beyond just another celebrity segment. The airport chaos that developed during and after the arrivals forced airport operations to implement emergency protocols and delayed the departure of both members and Fallon from the airport area as security worked to establish safe exit routes that would not put anyone at risk from the crowds that had gathered. The fact that Jimmy Fallon was present during this chaos and personally witnessed the intensity of BTS fandom and the extreme measures fans will take to get close to the members likely provided him with eye-opening experience about the realities of BTS's fame and the challenges they face in trying to move through public spaces. His reaction to the crowd scenes, visible in some footage, appears to show him looking both impressed and slightly overwhelmed by the scale of fan devotion on display. The vehicles that transported BTS members and Jimmy Fallon from the airport to their ultimate destination were apparently a convoy of SUVs with tinted windows, accompanied by security vehicles that created a protective barrier around the principal vehicles as they navigated through still crowded airport exit routes and onto public highways. The decision to travel by ground rather than using helicopters or other aircraft for the final leg of their journey suggests either that the destination is not extremely far from the airport, or that they wanted the opportunity for conversation and interaction during the drive. The route taken by the convoy has been tracked and analyzed by fans using social media reports from people who spotted the vehicles passing through various areas, with the consensus being that they headed in the direction of rural and desert areas east of El Paso where film production facilities and ranches that are sometimes used for location shooting are located. The El Paso area's appeal for potential film or television production includes diverse landscapes ranging from desert to mountains, lower costs compared to major production centers like Los Angeles or New York, and relative remoteness that can provide privacy for projects that require secrecy during production. The fact that major stars and producers are willing to travel to El Paso rather than using more conventional production locations suggests that the specific characteristics of the area are important to whatever is being created, whether that means particular visual aesthetics, available facilities, or simply the ability to work without constant media scrutiny and fan interference that would be unavoidable in more traditional entertainment industry locations. The timeline and duration of BTS members and Jimmy Fallon's planned stay in El Paso has not been officially confirmed, though speculation based on typical production schedules and on tracking of the private jets suggests they likely have between 3 and 7 days allocated for whatever filming or production work is occurring. The question of whether the members will remain in El Paso for the full production period, or will shuttle back and forth to other commitments has become subject of intense fan surveillance and flight tracking, as people attempt to monitor their movements and presence in the area. The potential nature of the project that has brought BTS members and Jimmy Fallon together in El Paso has spawned countless theories and speculation ranging from relatively mundane options like a Tonight Show special episode filmed in an unusual location to more ambitious possibilities like a collaborative music project